Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Cancer. The sun is in Aries. We're going to the left, we're going to your new moon, and the new moon is recognizing that there are 6 months to the full moon, 6 months to the new moon, and the moon influences us. And so here we have really the sun year beginning through Aries and giving the light to the moon, which is in your sign. And so you recognize the moon in your sign is bringing you those parts that you should look at and work on it to liberate yourself, right? That's what the moon does. The moon liberates us. We're going to look at the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is also connected with the moon. And you see that the moon is connected with Pisces, and so I give you the High Priestess as the moon energy. We're going to also look at the Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man, Neptune, is in Aries, and it's going to stay for 14 years. And so we're not going to dream about what we want to change, because Neptune is ruling Pisces. We're going to act upon it like an emperor. And of course, we're going to look at the Queen of Cups. That's you, the fourth zodiac sign. As a Cancer, you like to take care of people, and you like to be there for other people, because you are also connected with the fourth house of home and family. Back to the last reading, where Pisces Sun gave Cancer Moon the light. You're realizing the last puzzle piece in this game called life. And I see one card has come back. And as such, we can begin the reading. And understand, right, that you are learning cyclical. A 1, and then the 10 is a new 1 with an additional 0. And so we begin the reading through the sun. The sun is bringing you the voice, the 25. The 7 and the 19 turns into a 10, the 17. The 17 is the star, and the star is Aquarius. Now, Pluto has moved into Aquarius last year in November and is going to stay 20 years. So the 17 here is indicating that Aquarius, which is connected always with new societies and technology, is bringing a voice to you, and the 8 is coming. What is bringing the deck of Aries? The 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo, and you see that she is this woman who has a new voice, who brings to the people the understanding. And the 8 and the 9 is again the 17. And so there is now Aquarius bringing you a new voice, a new understanding of how we live when we make our own money, how we are happy, because Venus is always that moment where we are totally happy with where we're at, and Virgo is the type of personality that can just do their own thing, right? They're not dependent on the others. Then we're going to look at the moon. The moon is bringing you the wailing tree, which is the number 59. And so the 59 turns into the 14, which is temperance. And temperance is, balancing out the masculine and the feminine. Of course, here the 14 then turns into a 5 again. Here the 18 is the 9. The 9 and the 5, again the 14. So temperance is pushing you to come into your center through the wailing tree, through the reconciliation, and through your subconscious you feel that. What is your deck bringing? You get the Princess of Swords. Now, We had the 17 through the sun, right, with the voice. And you are understanding that the young generation of swords, that's like Gemini and Libra and Aquarius, are bringing new ideas to the people. And so you are seeing here the 14, the 5, and the 3 zodiac signs. That's an 8. And the 8 is the infinite. The 8 is we learn and we grow constantly and understand through the young generation. We need to adapt to what they are doing. Now your court card. Your court card is the Queen of Cups, and you got the High Priest, which is Taurus. The spiritual message here of healing is important. The 5 and the 4 is the 9. There comes a completion. In that completion, you're learning to arrive in becoming a spiritual teacher. What is coming from the Mother Peace Tarot? We get the 5 of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Taurus, to the left. And so this is a 5-5 portal because it's the 5 major arcana. Here the 5 of Pentacles, Mercury in Taurus, Venus in Virgo, the 5 and the 9 again, the 14. So Temperance is playing a big part here in all of this. Temperance is Sagittarius. So learn to see that you are coming to that place, right? Because here we had the 14 and then the 5, of course, is left. But the 5 portal is important. But here also the 9, right? And you understand that the 5 senses are sometimes as simple as baking bread. And the spiritual message sometimes comes through simple acts of kindness. Simply bake bread and everything will be okay, right? Mercury is that messenger that says, well, any spiritual teacher feeds their people first. What is the High Priestess bringing? She is the intuition. You getting the 2 of Cups. That's Venus in Cancer. You had Venus in Virgo. And so Venus is the Empress. And so here comes the 22. The 22 is Uranus, and Uranus is the revolution. And the revolution is to love on a very deep intuitive level. This is what people are gonna bring into the world. More and more people of true love are coming into this world. What is coming from your deck? The Knight of Wands, which is Virgo, came last time as well. And so Venus in Virgo, right, brought you here the independence. And Virgo fights for its independence. Virgo likes to be independent. And so the 6 and the 4, right, if we calculate the 22 together, is a 10. A new cycle, a new push into this world is coming. But we keep the 22, right? The 22nd of June could be a date because he's the 6th zodiac sign, or she, Virgo, right? So the 6th, 22nd of June could be a date that is of significance for you. And so you see that this love is intuitive. Maybe with a Virgo. Maybe you love a Virgo very much, right? And you're connected with it and you are really enjoying the time with her, but also time without her or him. Good, now comes Neptune. Neptune is the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man brings you the Messiah. And in the Hanged Man we get always the light attribute and the dark attributes. And you're learning that the Messiah is bringing you serving humanity with humility, if it's in the light side, but in the shadow side, the Messiah is exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. That's ego. We don't want that. So the 12 turns into the 3, right? And of course I want to know what is Aries saying to this, because Neptune is in Aries. And you're getting the 3 of Swords. Look at that. It's like, oof. The 3 of Swords, it's a painful situation. It's Saturn in Libra. So you have here the young Libra, right? You have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The 17 came up through the 25, which is the 7. The 7 and the 10 was the 17, right? We had it twice coming up here. And the 17 is Aquarius, bringing you an understanding of how deep sometimes thoughts can hurt us, and only letting go, truly letting go, is liberating us. So if you turn the 12 into a 3, you get a 33, and that's mastery, and only a Messiah who is a master understands what's going on, because one sword is pointing up to the light attribute, and 2 swords are pointing down to the attribute that is dark, the shadow side. And the shadow side is always when we dwell between the dualities. Right here it's one sword pointing up. That's so clear. One thought, one love, right? And it's all making sense. And the 33, that's a master. Only a master can understand what's going on here. And when you hang yourself upside down, right, you have one leg up, one sword up, but you have 2 arms down, and you have 2 swords pointing down. Look at that. It's really interesting, right? So the 33 is mastery, and Saturn in Libra, right, is letting you know that you are waking up to something quite powerful, right? Also remember, this was quite intense, this wailing tree, the 14. And so you are understanding that the 55 is very clearly here, letting you know that sometimes the message is so simple. It's not like, oh, the Messiah is coming. No, it's like, bake bread. Be simple. Do what needs to be done, but do it with so much love. You're just making bread, and you feed the people. And maybe that's what Taurus is wanting to tell you, right? See the simplicity of life, and see the love. And the 6 and the 2 here is the 8. And of course we had a 10, right? So this is really like, okay, the intuition is letting you know that you are on a new cycle. So observe that. Observe how all of this is making you feel. And you're learning. You're learning also to handle your money. The 9 of Pentacles plus 5 Pentacles, we said 14 again, right? Temperance, be in an equality, equanimous state. And then the 5 is left. But you also see the 5 here in the voice, the 25, the 7, the emotional intelligence to understand what is happening here, right? But most of all, see this. Right? See that Saturn in Libra is a world pain, and somehow some people are still waiting for the Messiah that saves them, but in the end, you gotta save yourself, and if you don't, right, sometimes no one is coming. So bake the bread and take care of yourself. So I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the Sun in Taurus, and Taurus came up as the messenger of simply bake bread, right? Be connected to the simple life. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.